Since Vasari Empire 2 will soon be released on Steam, so it is a good time to continue talking about its lore, universe and factions. In the previous video, the topic was the humans of the Trader Emergency Coalition. So today I want to cover the alien invaders known as the Vasari. Their civilization was once spread over countless worlds, a galactic empire of sorts, which started to expand from the galactic core outwards, bringing hundreds of alien races under its control and showing no signs of slowing down. Whenever they encountered a young species, the subjugation process was usually peaceful, although there were those who resisted and were harshly enslaved. But when they came upon other already spacefaring civilizations, they exterminated them quickly. Once conquered, most of these species were integrated into the Vasari social structure as valued citizens. The Vasari locked each planet down and ruled from vast orbital structures, finding a minimal surface presence more effective for higher production output and reducing the chances of a rebellion. For a long time, this was the way of things, until the first of the inner planets fell. Vasari analysts initially assumed that the local species had somehow managed to rebel. They immediately requested a wing of their Dark Fleet to be sent to restore order, but no status reports were ever received from those fleets. Instead, 3 more planets dropped from their communications grid. The probability of a multiple, simultaneous and successful rebellions was exceptionally remote and unheard of in their empire. Internal intelligence concluded that a renegade force from within the Vasari probably engineered a revolt. As deliberation proceeded on how best to deal with the traitor's acts, another series of planets were lost, including their own world of origin. The unknown enemy's rate of expansion far exceeded even that of the entire Dark Fleet. As a last resort, the Dark Fleet Veer brought the bulk of their forces back from the expansionary frontier and massed for a blind assault on whatever was eating its way out from the central worlds. The aftermath was both puzzling and fear-inducing. At one of the perimeter planets, the inhabitants were surprised when a single warship of the Dark Fleet appeared out of phase space, bearing signs of heavy damage. Their curiosity and confusion quickly gave way to fear when they boarded the ship and found the crew apparently mad with terror. In a rare act of autonomy, the Vasari colonists decided it would be best to take precautions and temporarily evacuate to a system far from the Empire. The refugees waited for signs of a safe return, but instead, the signal from their warning beacons ceased to function. The lifetimes of the warning beacons were used to estimate the speed of the threat. It would not be long before their current position would be compromised. Additional beacons were placed at their current location, and the group moved to a considerably further destination. Settling for a time, the refugees started to build colonies, construct new ships, and extract resources. Ultimately, their goal was to uncover the nature of the threat, to research technologies that might aid in defense from it, and to restore the rule of the Empire if at all possible. For the next 10,000 years, this pattern would repeat. The growing Vasari Exodus Fleet only ever a generation ahead of the relentless unknown enemy. So, when the Vasari arrived in trader space, they were confident in their ability to quickly deal with the locals. Initially, the victories were painless, the scouts alone conquering the initial settlements. But as time went on, it became clear that the local spacefaring species would not be so easy to eliminate. Now, a state of panic has ensued, because the Vasari are caught in a stalemate against the newly formed Trader Emergency Coalition, and in some positions on the verge of being pushed back. Already too entrenched in this disastrous war, they are simply unable to withdraw without catastrophic losses. Even worse, the conflict is consuming resources faster than they can be put into the reserve. They will not be able to fuel the next phase of their exodus, and the timer is slowly counting down to the year their unknown nemesis is calculated to catch up with their Exodus fleet. I hope you enjoyed the second lore video of Sins of a Solar Empire 2, and will come back to learn about the last faction as well as the entire timeline. Thank you for watching and happy gaming.